The interior of a modern vehicle is an exercise in acoustic isolation. Engineers have successfully filtered out the mechanical reality of the road, leaving drivers in a silent environment where minor clicks, hums, and vibrations are easily ignored. This silence is comfortable, but it carries a high price. When the car is too quiet to signal a minor problem, a small, inexpensive mechanical wear item can deteriorate into a massive repair bill before the driver even notices a change. However, machines don't make random noises. Every rattle and squeak follows a specific, logical language dictated by the laws of physics. Professional mechanics prioritize the physical conditions that trigger a symptom over the sound itself. They aren't looking for a noise. They are looking for the exact moment the noise appears. By matching a physical sensation to a specific number on the speedometer, you can identify failing components based on their individual operating thresholds before they reach the point of failure. Between 0 and 25 miles per hour, the car is defined by weak transfer rather than speed. You are dropping over speed bumps, navigating tight turns, and managing the momentum of stop-and-go traffic. Clunking, popping, or creaking in this range points directly to the components bearing the vehicle's weight. This usually indicates wear in the suspension, specifically the control arm bushings or the struts that cushion the connection between the wheels and the frame. This diagram shows the axle assembly during a sharp turn. If the noise only happens when you turn the wheel, it isolates the failure to the steering system or the CV joints. These joints act like a flexible wrist, and when their internal grease leaks out, the dry metal begins popping while bending under torque. You may also notice scraping or metallic rubbing at these speeds. While sometimes it's just a rock caught behind the brake shield, a continuous grinding during braking means the friction pads are gone and the metal backing is cutting into the rotor. Low-speed anomalies are almost exclusively weight transfer or friction issues, forming the very first recognizable layer of a mechanical diagnosis. Once you reach 40 to 60 miles per hour, the physics of the vehicle change. The suspension is no longer reacting to sharp turns, but the rotational forces pulling on the wheels are increasing rapidly. This illustrates why balance is critical. A tire and wheel must be perfectly symmetrical. Even a half-ounce weight irregularity becomes violently amplified as the tire hits high rotational speeds, generating an expanding wave of kinetic force. Because the front wheels are physically linked to the steering rack, that vibration travels directly up the column. This results in a rapid, rhythmic shaking felt specifically in the driver's hands. While unbalanced tires are the most common cause, this sensation can be triggered by uneven tire wear, a bent rim, or snapped internal steel belts. High-frequency vibrations isolated to the steering wheel at mid-speeds indicate a problem with the outer rotational assembly rather than the engine or drivetrain. At interstate speeds, between 65 and 80 miles per hour, the specific vibration often moves away from the steering wheel and settles into the floorboard, the seat, or the gas pedal. These are known as drivetrain harmonics. As the blueprint shows, the vibration originates in the central power delivery systems, the drive shaft, axles, or motor mounts. These components radiate energy directly into the cabin floor, bypassing the steering linkage. You can easily test this by checking if the vibration disappears the exact moment you let off the gas pedal. When you remove the acceleration load, the torque on the drive shaft drops to 0. If the shaking stops instantly, the issue is within the drivetrain. A vibration felt through the chassis at highway speeds confirms that the vehicle's internal core is struggling to manage high load forces. Some noises have nothing to do with how fast the wheels are turning. These are engine speed noises, dictated by the tachometer and the revolutions of the engine itself. A light ticking sound at startup is often just the oil circulating through the lifters as they warm up, but a deep, heavy knocking from the engine block indicates serious internal damage, such as failing connecting rods. Whining noises that rise in pitch as the engine revs point to belt-driven accessories. The faster the engine spins, the faster it drives the vehicle's alternator, power steering pump, and belt tensioners, amplifying any failing bearings. Separating wheel speed symptoms from engine speed symptoms is simply the most important step in accurately narrowing down a mechanical failure. Before making a diagnosis, you must account for external factors. Grooved pavement, aggressive tire treads, and even wind turbulence hitting a roof rack can create vibrations that feel mechanical but are actually environmental. To identify a real problem, use the same 5 questions a mechanic uses. What is the speed? Does it happen during acceleration or braking? Does turning affect it? Where is it felt physically? And is the rhythm constant? Answering these questions shifts you from a passive passenger to an active participant in your car's maintenance. You are no longer guessing, you are observing data. Learning this mechanical language provides the early warning necessary to fix a worn bushing for $50 today, instead of replacing an entire suspension system for thousands tomorrow.